Hello there, my name is Mike Munter, and today I want to talk to you about computerized bots and Google Autocomplete and whether or not bots work or not. So first of all, what is a bot? Well, it's a computerized program that basically will run in the background, and the reason that you would use it is because you can perform automated tasks without human intervention. So it's really nice to keep costs down and to make sure that things are being done correctly the same way every time. It's a way to systemize your approach to any task. So there are two types of bots that have been used in the SEO industry for trying to manipulate Google search results and Google Autocomplete. The first kind uses proxy switching, and so what this is the bot that runs in the background on one computer, and it uses a proxy service so that it performs a task. It switches the proxy, which is the IP. It switches the IP address, performs another task, and what this is trying to do is create something that looks natural to search engines like Google. The other type of bot is what I call a crowd bot, and what this is a bot which runs on a variety of different computers in different places, and it kind of runs in the background from time to time, and it'll activate and run the task, whatever that is. So both of these are forms of bots. They both have had some success with Google Autocomplete prior to July 2014 when Google tightened up the algorithm, but they don't work anymore. And I just want to share some case studies, some tests that we've run where they didn't work. The first test of a proxy switching bot, I actually tried myself. I had a programmer write a program that would run on my computer. I integrated that with the Hide My Ass proxy switching service. I also used a private proxy list, and I ran two tests with that for several months with Google Autocomplete to try to influence the suggestions. Neither of those two tests worked. I have a friend of mine, Nick, who also is in the reputation management business. He's had a similar program running on his computer, and he informs me that over the last couple of years he's had no success either. In fact, his last successful case was in the fall of 2013. So again, these things, they worked prior to July 2014 when Google changed the algorithm. The two other crowdsource bots, I don't know if you can see these down here, but one is called Serpify.me. This program I tested myself, and I really liked it. I was excited about it. It's a bot that runs on hundreds of computers all over the United States, runs in the background, and what it would allow you to do is actually go in and tell a search engine, search for this keyword, go ahead and click on a certain result, and then you could actually go and give it 5 additional links. So you could tell it to, search for whatever the keyword is, click on a website that you specified. Once you're on that website, click on like the contact page, and then go and click on the About Us page, and then go down to the footer and click on the copyright page. So you could really go and leave a really involved instruction, and this would happen on computers all over the country at various times, and you could set the volume that you wanted. And so I was excited about that, but again, I ran that program for several months back in 2015 actually as a test, and it did not work. I have another colleague, his name is Craig, and he ran the crowdsearch.me platform, which is the same as Serpify. And he told me in 2 independent cases, neither time did the bots work to solve his autocomplete issues for his clients. So unfortunately, these days, bots just are really ineffective when it comes to trying to correct and push out negative suggestions in Google Autocomplete. As I said on the outset, the reason people would use them is because it's a really cheap way to automate a task, and if it would work, it'd be a great way to manipulate Google Autocomplete. but it just doesn't work anymore. So what we've done is create our own private network of people all over the United States to perform actual searches, and we try to make it look natural for search engines. And so I encourage you, before you embark on any Google Autocomplete campaign, you should be very specific and ask whoever you're hiring, what are you going to do to specifically try to solve this problem? And there are a few ways to do it. One is, bots is an attempt. It's probably not going to work. Proxies, I've talked about in another video. Proxies don't work anymore. There are crowdsourced sites that also used to work and are rarely effective anymore. So you really need to drill down and ask any reputation management firm, hey, we don't need your secret sauce, but tell us how you're going to do it. What's your methodology? Because you want to find that out, because then you'll have some level of confidence in knowing whether or not it's going to be effective. In my experience in changing Google Autocomplete for the last 4 or 5 years, the natural looking search activity with real people is the only thing that works anymore. Again, all this other stuff used to work prior to July 2014, but when Google tightened up the algorithm at that point, none of that stuff works anymore. So if you would like to watch our other educational videos, you can just Google the Google Autocomplete Bible. We've got a series of videos that will inform you using our experience. And if you have problems with Google Autocomplete, you have a negative suggestion appearing after your name or your company name, please give me a call and we can quote you. Make sure that you tell us what the keyword is and what the negative suggestions are so that we can properly give you a quote. I can be reached at 503-890-6663 or mikemunter@gmail.com. Thanks.